Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is not here today. Robert Wood is sitting in the captain's chair. Good morning, Robert. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir. And how are you this good rainy day?
Yeah, it is a rainy day, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
it really is. I can't figure out what this weather's going to do with us.
No, every day it's different, right?
Yeah, it's unreal.
It's been cooler this year than normal during the winter.
Yeah, this El Nino or La Nina or something, I
polar
guess.
Vortex, the polar vortex, yeah. Whatever that means, yeah.
But, man, I tell you, it's rough. I'm going to get right to it today, folks, and it's fantastic to have you to tune in and listening to us. And those who are streaming on the internet, we welcome you also. And we're going to start off with Department of Defense personnel. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go to Terry. And if you would. Terry, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Robert. How are you today?
Doing well, Terry.
Good. Well, unfortunately, we do have a couple, and I'm gonna do one, and then the other y'all are gonna do for me, and I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, the ones that we do have in the law enforcement community is Detective John Hobbes, and John was with the Phoenix Police Department out of Arizona. John's end of watch was March the 3rd of 2014. He was 43 years of age. John was fatally shot during an apprehension of a suspect, and he was survived by his wife and 3 children. The only good news in this particular case, John was able to return fire, fatally wounding the suspect that shot and killed him.
Well, again, we go to the same extent. Law enforcement, and fire department personnel,
Yep.
What can I say? I don't.
They're great and wonderful careers. If you go your whole life, some people go their whole life and never actually point their gun at anybody.
That's true.
And some people can barely make it out of the FTO program for their, for their end to watch. And it's just one of those things you take a chance on. With our fire department brothers, you just never know when that day's coming.
That's fact. And no matter how much training you do and work toward the ultimate goal of living your life as best you can, there's something that always comes up.
That's it. And if y'all could do the other one for me, Robert, I much appreciate it.
Well, I actually, Terry, I told you a story. I've got 4 more.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We were honored to be able to do the one, and I wish we had the other.
Well, I wished you had these others. I would be honored to let you do them, sir.
Okay, sir. Well,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Robert.
And I'm going to pick up with other officers down. Juan Gonzalez, a California Highway Patrolman out of California. He was age 33, tour of duty was 6 years. He was killed in a single vehicle crash while responding to an accident call on Highway 99 out of Kingsburg, approximately 6 a.m. in the morning. Gonzalez is survived by his family. Not any immediate family, but mother and dad's. Another one is Brian Law. He's a California Highway Patrolman, and he was 34 years old. Tour of duty was 6 years. Officer Brian Law and Officer Juan Gonzalez were killed in a single vehicle crash while responding to an accident call. His tour of duty was, like I said, 6 years. He is survived by his wife and 3 children as well. Another one is Jonathan Scott Pine, Orange County Sheriff's Department out of Orange County, Florida. His age was 34. Tour of duty was 2 years, 1 month. He is responding to a automobile break-ins and was shot. The apprehension of the person was made, and he looks like he's going to be away for a while. He was survived by a wife and 3 young children. Another one is Amanda Baker, Scottsbluff County Detention Center, Nebraska. She was 24 years of age. Tour of duty was 1 year, 8 months. Correction officers come to injury sustained 2 days earlier when she was attacked by a 15-year-old inmate in the Scottsbluff County Juvenile Detention Center. She is survived by her son. Now we're going to go right into the fire department. We have Brian called anybody?
No.
We have numerous fire department personnel. Firefighter Bruce A. Stainer, lieutenant, 49 years of age, tour duty, was 30 years. He apparently succumbed to involved in a fire. He passed away from apparent heart attack. And another one is James Joseph Konecki, senior fire chief, 59 years of age, 35 years with service. His date of death was 2/8/14 out of Munster, Indiana. He was on his way home, had a heart attack after responding to a motor vehicle. Okay, and then a firefighter, James C. Wilbur, Assistant Fire Chief, 58 years of service, 40. Date of death was 2/9/14 out of Franklin Fire Department, Franklin, New York. Assistant Fire Chief Wilbur suffered an apparent cardiac event while responding to a motor vehicle accident. Another one is Roger Dale Toomey, Assistant Fire Chief, 71 years of service was 51. Date of death was 2/10/14. Kennedy Space Center Fire and Rescue at Kennedy Space Center here in Florida. Apparent heart attack kill was his life. Another one is William Scott Tanksley, fire rescue officer, 40 years of age, years of duty service was 14. His date of death was 2/10/14. He was operating at a fire scene of an auto accident. Tanksley was setting road flares to warn motorists of the accident and was killed by a passing vehicle. Another one is Randy R. Pogue, Fire Chief, 49. His date of death is 2/19/14. And out of Manila, Arizona, he was responding to a motor vehicle and died in a crash, single car accident. Another one is Bruce Britt. He's a lieutenant, age 48, number of years in service, 23. Date of death was 2/22/14 out of Columbia Fire Department, Columbia, Missouri. He was, while working to evacuate students from a university resident apartment, he died of injury sustained from a fall. Another one is Homer J. R. Harrell, lieutenant, age 46, 11 years of service. Death was 2/24/14, Orange City Fire Department, Orange City, Florida. Passed away from a reported heart attack shortly after coming off his assigned shift. Another one is Gregory D. Barnes, firefighter, 57. Number of years, 29, and date of death was 2/28/14 out of the Wallington Fire Department, Wallington, New Jersey. That's from your neck of the woods, sir.
No, I'm further north.
Okay. Firefighter Barnes died of injuries sustained when he fell from the roof of a burning commercial structure. Another one is Stephen Joseph Canas, firefighter, first class, 47. Date of death was 2/28/14 of Willowick Fire Department, Willowick, Ohio. Several hours after coming off shift, that include 4 emergency responses, he succumbed to a heart attack. Jerry Campbell, firefighter, 61. Date of death was 3/1/14. Tennessee Department of Agricultural Division of Forestry, Nashville, Tennessee. While at a work center preparing to deploy to a wildland fire incident in the Cherokee National Forest, firefighter Campbell fell ill from an apparent heart attack and passed away. We've got a couple of Marine casualties, starting out with Lance Corporal Caleb L. Erickson, 20, Waseca, Minnesota, died on February 28, 2014. He was in Afghanistan. He was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 9th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force out of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Another casualty from the Marines is Master Sergeant Aaron C. Toran, 36, of Paducah, Kentucky. Died February 15th while conducting combat exercises in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. He was assigned to the Operations Battalion, Marine Special Operations Regiment, U.S. Marine Corps Forces Special Operations Command out of Camp Lejeune. And finally, his Air Force casualty, Master Sergeant David L. Poirier, 52, of North Smithfield, Rhode Island, died February 28th from a non-combat related incident currently under investigation. He was assigned to the 157th Operations Support Squadron, Peace Air National Guard Base, New Hampshire. And is there anybody here that has a notable one? Okay, and Larry, if you would, please.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
It's raining.
And back and welcome back. I'm sorry it took so long to read all that, and we're very short-lived. But Gary, we got a new sponsor today with us, don't we, Mr. Wines?
We sure do. Bob Wines, Camellia Garden and Nursery. And Bob Wines Nursery is located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. You can contact them at area code 352-629-5766. Now, when it comes to landscaping, Bob Wines has all you need. Everything from small plants to large trees, mulch, fertilizer, anything you can think of. And Bob Wines will deliver, plant, and they'll guarantee the trees they plant. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens and Nursery has been in operation since 1952.
Now, we have our other older sponsor with us, and they are Palm Chevrolet.
Palm Chevrolet, yes. And Right now, General Motors has instructed Palm Chevrolet to eliminate hundreds of brand new Chevrolet trucks at factory invoice. That's zero down, and you get to keep the rebates. You're going to pay less than Palm does. Stop by Palm Chevrolet on Highway 200 in beautiful Ocala today. Their inventory is used and marked down to finally, they're actually sacrificing these vehicles. You don't want to miss this truck sale. That's 2300 Southwest College Road in Ocala. You can call them at 352-629-8011 or check them out on the web.
And we thank you. We got a lot of help coming in on us, so we do appreciate it. I want to bring out another little event that we've got coming on. It's for Saturday, March 29th at 7 o'clock in the evening. And it is at Dory Funk's Wrestling Big Bang production studio at 3598 Southwest 74th Avenue in Ocala. And all of the proceeds will be coming to Veterans Helping Veterans. So we ask everyone to pick up a ticket. It's requested a $20 donation or more. And if you would, pick it up from any of us at Veterans Helping Veterans at 1527 Northeast 8th Avenue in Ocala, 433-2320. And Donnie, do you have any comments or anything going on with you, sir?
No, we just have our just our colleague Phelan Satterfield. He's still battling his injuries. U.S. Navy veteran, 10 years in the Navy. He's still having a hard time. He's been in and out of the hospital, and hopefully we can lick this with him. I'd like to see him back, but we don't know right now.
Yeah, well, we're hoping he does extremely well very soon. Curly, do you have anything that you'd like to bring out real quick?
No, just to let everybody know I'm still here and to say good morning to everybody out there in Ocala, Marion County. We don't have anything specific we'd like to announce, except that we're having our fish fry on the fourth Saturday in the Cunningham Brothers parking lot, and unless it's bad weather, of course. But other than that, that's it.
You mean today is a bad weather day?
Today is a bad weather day. Yes, it is. But we're looking forward to a pleasant weather day on the fourth Saturday, which is our usual fish fry day.
Well, we thank you very much, Curly, and we thank everybody. CJ, do you have anything you'd like to bring out that's happening over at the college that you're of knowledge of?
No, sir, I have nothing today.
Other than just being with us and having fun with us?
Yes, sir.
You
Smiling. Got to keep smiling.
Okay, we did supposed to have had Summer Glen personnel come in today for us, but I guess they're not going to make it. They didn't show up. We are sorry that you're missing out, guys. We'd love to have you on the radio at any time. Is there anything that is new in the VA world that anybody have any idea that we've got some new events coming on? The CBOC over there in Ocala is going to be hiring a new psychologist. And that's another one, and they've just hired 2 new doctors. So they're coming aboard real strong and giving a lot of attention to the veterans here in the area, which needs to be done.
Yeah, we may want to bring up the point about the new VA identification cards.
Please do. Go ahead.
They're going to be handing them out pretty soon, and if you go into the hospital, you'll get it immediately. If you use the clinic, it'll be maybe a month behind. And if you don't use either, they'll mail it to you, your new identification cards. It's important that you get this so you can get a more efficient and effective treatment. I know a lot of people complain about delays, how long it takes to move in the system, but you got to help out and support and make sure that you get your cards so you can make it easier. I think that's something that we should be talking about, and I think we should be all listening and paying attention to what illustrious leader is trying to do with our benefits and retirement plans and commissaries. And we got to support leadership right here in Ocala.
Right.
Support these folks. They're going to try to help us and try to influence what's going on in Washington, D.C. They can't do it alone, and you need to help them.
Okay. Curley, is there anything going on at the Purple Heart that you're knowledge of?
Well, and there's a lot going on, but primarily we're trying to build up the unit so that we'll have strength, the strength in unity when you have the numbers there. And we're trying to build our unit back the way it used to be with a whole lot of numbers. And 466 is still in its building stage, and that requires us to get out and actively recruit. And we're starting on the college campus, and we're actively recruiting so that we can build our resources back up so that we'll be able to be as strong as we used to be.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that we also get further involved in the college out here at CF,
Yes.
and get things working so the veterans can have a direct contact with Veterans Helping Veterans. And we're also going to augment with the VA becoming involved too, based on the information we have from our Dr. Knapp up there, who is in charge of the CBOC unit here in Ocala.
Right.
So all of those are favorable. Any other comments, Gary, that you might have that we've got going on?
No, just how good our Veterans Court is going. If you might want to say a few words about that for the combat veterans that find themselves in some minor scrapes with the law. We have a great program there. If you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we can do that. We had a very good meeting, and go ahead, sir.
I found a volunteer. I meant to tell you.
Go
A
ahead.
gentleman from who served in the Navy in Korea. We mentioned his name earlier.
Yes.
I'm not ready to mention
We
it on
don't
the
want to
radio
mention
yet.
that one yet.
But he's expressed interest, and he would like to be a mentor. And,
Very good.
And I'll have to hook you up with him. I
Please.
think it's a great idea. But something that the folks out there, especially if there's anybody out there in the universities, the younger vets, it's important that they join organizations like the Purple Heart or the VFW or the Veterans Helping Veterans. It's not that we need you to attend every meeting. What we need you is to help support the organization so we stay strong enough so we can lobby for you in Washington, D.C. That's the importance of joining these organizations. These organizations have access to the politicians that come up with the policies, the laws, and the regulations. So please help us out by joining. It's not a lot of money. It's just that it takes us time and effort to get and coordinate our positions with our representatives. They're called lobbyists when they're up there.
Right.
So help us out.
Very good. Very good. And what we're at today, we've got a new program time frame
what I wanna
wise.
talk to you
We're from
about.
9 to 9:30, and we're almost at the bewitching hour, aren't we, Larry?
Yeah, you went quick, right?
And I hadn't had a chance to do a bunch today because we're getting used to the new format, and it's very tight. And we don't have that lax attitude per se to get it all out. But thank you very much, folks, for listening in. And what do we got, about 2 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Anybody
Okay.
call in?
We don't have any call-ins
I
at
haven't
this
seen one,
point.
no.
And
Anybody
we're,
want to play trivia?
I don't think I have enough time to do trivia today, sir. That's one of those unfortunate things. I do want to bring out Palm Chevrolet again and Bob Wines, if you would, one more time.
Yeah, if we can get down there to Palm Chevrolet right now, like I said, General Motors has introduced them, told them to eliminate their whole inventory, zero down. You keep the rebate. You're going to pay less than Palm again. Stop by Highway 200 in beautiful Ocala. Huge inventory, all marked down. They're going to sacrifice it for you, so you don't want to miss it. And then again, special thanks to Bob Wines. When it comes to landscaping, Bob Wines has all you need. Go in there and browse around. Everything from small plants to large trees to all your gardening needs. And they'll plant your big trees for you, and they guarantee the trees. You can't beat that.
Nope.
Again, they're located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in beautiful Ocala.
Well, folks, we do thank you for listening in to us, and those on the internet streaming in, looking at us. We're mean and ugly like we usually are. And we thank everybody for
Speak for yourself, Bob.
speaking. Be nice, Curly. Anyway, we thank everybody for listening in. And Larry, if you will.
Stand
Yeah.
beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Wear it, Florida. Cloudy skies today and becoming breezy with periods of rain.